And now the Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
Him in like a box.
No, they have
some concert footage.
They have a concert footage.
Put on the Angel video. Justin Silver, one of the things that always makes him laugh to this day still
Is Cox.
Is Cox. No, that doesn't make him laugh. That makes him sweat. My stepmother's brother Joe. So my Uncle Joe.
That was in Worcester.
My stepmother's brother Joe. My Uncle Joe.
I fucking love Joe. How's he doing?
He's doing great.
Tell him I said what's up.
You never met him.
Dude, come on. I love Joe.
They were, but you probably know a lot of Joes in your life, I'd assume, being from Boston. He's a contractor.
I know one Joe, and he's a douche.
Yeah, DeRosa. But he would he did like construction work.
Yeah.
And it was all his own. He was building his house forever. He's just one of those guys, he drove a truck that had all kinds of shit, drywall in the back and broken things, doing 8 jobs at once. But I just loved working with him because through just osmosis, he knew like all the current radio songs. And this is going back to like late 80s. And it would just make me laugh so hard at this guy who I deemed as older, even though he was like early 30s probably. I deemed him as older. Singing those songs used to make me laugh, and one of them was just Angel by Aerosmith. And when the part when he just goes, he's just firing like nail gun into the wall, and he goes, "Don't know what I'm gonna do without this blast." Fires a fucking nail right through his thumb. And like literally, it's like one of those like take it out and like put tape on it, and like you go to the doctor later maybe.
Yeah.
He fell off. That guy was awesome. He's still awesome, I guess. I haven't seen him in years, but he fell off scaffolding at work one time and broke almost everything in his body. And then we went to go see him in the hospital, and he had like, it was all the casts and all those things all over his body, and he had a cigarette in his hand. He was like lit, and he was like, "Hey!"
You had to pull the chain up for his arm to go up and down.
Damn, dude, they were the best. Her brothers loved me. My stepmother did not enjoy my company.
Why?
Because I was probably a little annoying fat turd and not her kid.
Yep.
That's what it was. I was an annoying fat turd.
Because he made the family leave Disney World because he was afraid of weather.
Different family. That was my dad's first other family.
What?
Oh.
You left? You made everybody leave?
Yeah.
Because of what?
Well, the skies were gray, so the world was going to end. You didn't feel that as a kid, that every time the skies got gray, and like that Florida gray, which is almost black, we're going to die.
No, I've never.
We're all going to die out here. Sure, I know as an adult now, go get cover for a half hour, it'll pass, it'll be a beautiful sunny day, and you'll have a wonderful time at Disney World.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, it didn't bother me getting out of there because I was also the scream and cry at every ride until you would make me not have to go on it.
Oh, what a shit time.
They go, we have to get on the monorail to go back to the car to get out of here, and I freaked out about the monorail.
Why?
Because it was high up and a thing. My dad split, and I just had only girl in me.
How old were you on that trip?
I don't know, 8 or 9.
That's the concert I was at. I was in the crowd making out with Bonnie McFarlane.
Nice. That Bonnie McFarlane.
She used to use me for sex.
Damn, now she's married to your friend?
No. But it was Bonnie. I can't say her last name, but her name was Bonnie. Used to fucking use me for sex. Call me to come over, and I wanted her to be my girlfriend so bad.
Humble brag.
So bad, and she would just call me. Why don't you come over? And I would come over, and we'd had the best sex ever. I mean, And then she'd tell me to leave and not call me for like weeks.
Oh, Bobby.
And then she called me to go to this concert, and I was like, yeah, I'll go. And we started making out as the cameras were panning by the crowd. I'm right over to the right in that concert.
The ghost?
We were making out. She's like, the cameras are coming. And she just started making out with me to get on the video. It was so hot. And then we went home that night. She didn't do anything with me. Dropped me off and didn't call me again.
Oh, Bobby, did you give her the speech that, hey, I'm not just great looking and a beautiful, amazing cock that fucks like a beast. I have a heart? Did you tell her that?
I didn't have a chance to tell
her
that.
Guy. Poor guy. She just wanted to fuck you. That sucks, man. What a tough times for you. Of course you turned to drugs, Bobby.
This was after drugs.
Oh, really? What, were you 13?
When I first... Dude, when I first...
Bobby kicked drugs at 13 and a half?
I think I was like 17 or 18 or 19 or something, but...
Probably 19, going to a concert with a girl by yourself.
when I quit drugs, I forgot how to talk to girls. So when I started talking to girls again after rehab and all that shit, I used to talk to them about like God.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, no, spirituality and your higher power, and I had a great day today because I was all like pro AA program. Yeah, I was on the steps, and girls would just like, walk away from me.
Well, so it's funny. Whenever you hear that song, I bet that never isn't what comes in your head, right? That's always what comes in your head.
Always. I always remember her making out with me.
Isn't it such a moment? I always said that's my thing. I know I've said on the show before, but I don't know if you've heard Pretty Brown Eyes by Mint Condition, dude. Me and Janessa Farragelli danced to that. It meant the fucking world to me, that song, for that reason.
What's her name?
Janessa Farragelli.
I love it.
Oh, we have plenty of drops of Janessa when she called the show.
Oh, wait, no, that's not it.
Samantha Montavani.
She looks different than the other picture, but she's hot.
Samantha Montavani. Oh, yeah, we looked at her up the other day. She was the girl in school. Oh, that was my prom date.
That's your actual
That's who I lost my virginity to.
She's hot.
The old neighbor. The
The old neighbor.
The high school.
She was 22.
What's her name?
Holly.
Yeah. She was 22?
She was 22.
Nice.
Great.
Nice.
So great. Grateful Dead chick.
Did she drive?
She did drive. I drove also at that point.
Did you have to be back early to relieve her babysitter for her kids?
Bobby, we ought to lose our virginity at 11 like you did, you lunatic. Some of us were almost 17.
You make a good point.
But Courtney Schwartzberg, they were like, she's not going with anybody. You should go with her. And she was like, sure, let's do it. I was literally like, this is just a way to get to the dance and whatever. She walked down the stairs like an 80s movie. She looked so good. You have the picture of them all at the dance, I think, in Janessa's thing. She looked, yeah. That's her right behind Janessa, looking all good.
Where is she?
So fourth from the left.
Okay,
her.
so the first one, who's the first one? Chrissy
Carter.
And the second one is the big girl, right?
Rhonda.
I mean, that's so funny. She has to cover her arms.
Poor Rhonda.
Well, she has to cover her arms with lace.
I don't remember the second one's name, and then Marianne something on the end.
Marianne's hot.
On the very end?
Yeah, she's all right.
That's the kind of girl. Yeah, dude, that's definitely a Bobby Kelly girlfriend.
Yeah.
She just talks shit.
Yeah.
She'll fist fight with you.
Yeah, I like that.
But Courtney came down looking good, and at the end of the night, I was such a dummy, feeling I was doing like the nerd girl a favor by going. I think I told Rhonda, I was like, yeah, tell Courtney that she wants to. I haven't had sex at this point yet, by the way, either.
Oh, you're still a virgin?
Yeah, and I go,
nothing, no touching or sucking.
I think maybe a couple making out, but no, nothing like almost. You know, it's funny, when I was really young with like neighbor girls, which was weird.
Yeah,
probably too much. And
show and tell.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
Show and tell.
What's
fucking,
this?
Yeah,
look at this
in
here.
a bush.
Let me see yours. In a fucking closet. Got caught by her brother.
Oh boy,
it was a lot.
Did he come in and shut the door?
It was one of those panel doors in the basement, under the stairs.
Yeah.
In Philly. And he opened it, and we were just. I think I had my hands like in her pussy.
In it?
I think so. Yeah.
Did you know what you were doing?
It. I was saying out loud, I don't know what I'm doing, but I did know what I was doing, Bobby.
I had a girl come over to my house, 6th grade. The girl down the end of the block, I forget her name, and she got naked, and I drew with a Sharpie faces on her vagina.
That's fun.
Because I didn't know what to do with the vagina. I had a Sharpie, and I just drew a face because it looked like a mouth. So she went home, and her mom, she couldn't get it off, so her mom got mad, and then her brother beat the shit out of me for drawing faces on his sister's pussy.
When he finished kicking your ass, he was like, and don't tell people why I did this.
It had a big nose on it.
See a little Muppet mouth?
I think her name was Michelle. Yeah, I remember I seen him coming down the street, and he was so mad, and he just grabbed me and started tossing me around. Don't ever draw my sister's vagina again. I was like, huh? I didn't even understand.
I said pussy. Oh yeah.
I didn't say pussy.
Courtney Schwartzberg. I told Rhonda that I've let my guard down, and I'm going to allow her to be with me this evening, essentially. And she was like, "Oh, she's not interested in that at all." And I was like, "Huh?" And then I think I just left the after party.
You left?
Yeah, there was nothing. I was late. I mean, it was like the after party thing.
You walked home by yourself? Did you take your jacket off and throw it over your shoulder?
No, I
just walked down the street and it started raining and you got scared because of the storms.
I drove away.
There's a cloud. You started crying.
Oh, we were in a limo or something. I just left. I don't know. Maybe I got my mom to come pick me up. Mom, come pick me up. This girl's not gonna have sex with me.
I went to
Mom, come get me. This girl's not putting out. Why, you're such a lovely young man. Why wouldn't she want to make love to you? I don't know, Mom.
Bobby, you had so much sex at such an early age.
I really
I'm
regret
so
it.
impressed by
I
you.
bet.
Why?
That's easy to
I
say
regret
now.
it.
I'm envious.
Yeah, it sucks,
Really?
right?
Super envious. You tell all these stories. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
man, I wish I had a quarter of that.
I wish I didn't.
Oh, it's a
'Cause
blessing and a curse.
It fucked me up, dude. It fucked me up. Later in life, it fucked me up.
Look at Bobby.
You know what I mean?
Look at Bobby.
No,
I wish
how?
I didn't, man. I wish I didn't. Like, you get so used to all that warm and wet. It's just like, and then what? Then the rest of the world feels icy cold.
It fucked
Why
me
do
up
you
now.
feel that way?
Because now I have to draw faces on Don's pussy to have an orgasm.
Okay, but that's okay. That's called evolution,
I have
baby.
to sketch.
I think
No,
I think you and Lewis had by far the most sex out of everyone at a young age.
Yeah, young age. Well, I was in the 80s, though. 80s, 70s.
Lewis
80s.
Johnson?
Yeah.
Black
Lou,
Lou?
but by the way, Lou, who did you go to? What was your prom like?
I have pictures that he had sent us. Hang on.
'Cause, yeah, I mean, you've
this.
told us.
What?
Oh,
Hang
man,
on.
he's
Oh
the
my
best.
God!
Let me
Wow!
show you.
What
Just
the
the
fuck? You
His
made fun of
pictures
my
are-
sneakers?
How old were you when you started fucking?
What?
I started having sex at 16. None of that early stuff like Bobby.
There's
I
no
think Bobby's
super
All right,
crazy
well, don't
early.
throw me under the bus. 16's pretty early. I mean, we're in the same club.
You were 11, you
Yeah,
said,
you
or
had-
10.
started-
Easy.
That's a lot different than
10?
16.
That's crazy.
Well, I started having sex at 16. Isn't that a lot different than if I started having it at 11?
Did I
Well-
say this before that young Black Lou looks like the cop who was involved in probably killing Tupac or Biggie? I forget which one it was. Orlando, whatever. Look up cop Orlando.
Yeah,
That hat
Suge
is
Knight.
so awesome.
Yeah, he looks like
Love his hat.
the dude from Rampart.
I'll
But
tell you.
look-
I'll tell you, you didn't love that hat. These girls' fathers.
But
He's
Lou,
like, she's going with a pimp. You're going with a pimp.
you started at 16, but I mean, it took off.
It did for a little while, but that's just school.
I mean,
you know?
dressed like that though, you have to have
no,
sex.
I don't.
That's just a guy slanging dick, Jacob. We were all there, Jacob.
No, I don't.
I didn't fuck a girl in high school from high school at all. I fucked while I was in high school, but it was the girl I lost my virginity to, and then I was fooling around with a girl who I did go to high school with right after high school was over, and then right to my like long-term problematic girlfriend.
I never had sex with girls in high school either. I had always sex with outside.
Yeah, they were in their 40s.
No,
They loved you because of your abs, and it sucks too because you're really looking for a connection. And they just wanted to suck you off whenever you said the word. They just wanted to drain your balls of cum at any given corner. And that's, I'm sorry, dude. I actually am sorry that you went through that. Christine, do you have a picture of Orlando? What's his face to see if it looks like Black
It's
Lou?
not coming up when I search Orlando police Suge Knight.
Lou
Ram-
looks so
Unless it's some.
good in that suit.
this
He
guy?
just dressed
No.
so well.
he looks fantastic. That hat is ridiculous.
Is his
though.
name Orlando?
Where'd you get that hat, Lou?
That's an expensive hat, it seems like.
Yeah, what part of town did you get that hat?
No, that was from a place called Suavecito. It was a cash-on-delivery service that I did not pay. That had
Nice.
like $15, dude.
Dude, you got like the Columbia House CD of suits.
Absolutely, absolutely.
For the listening audience, it's a big rimmed red hat.
I know we're just talking about a hat that nobody understands. It
But
really.
it's,
I think everybody got it when I said he looks exactly like the guy who helped kill Tupac.
He,
Or Biggie. It's because he wore the red, so it's like the Crips or the Bloods. That's Bloods, cop, Suge Knight, friend. He's like a part owner of what was it called? Death Row.
did the hat come with the suit, or did you have to?
Yeah.
Pick, it came all together like
It
a
was,
costume at Party City.
Like a zoot suit, yeah. All in one.
Is this the Cab Calloway collection?
Yeah,
Howdy, 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 ho.
It's a red suit with black pinstripes.
it's 100% like a Suge Knight fucking
Absolutely.
album drop from
It
the
looks
party.
like Lou. It looks like you play stand-up bass outside of a window in an alley to a girl going, "Is you is or is you ain't my baby?
But
yeah,
he,
Cause if you is, come here and give me a kiss."
yeah.
fit is everything, though, and it fits him perfectly.
Yeah, it
So
does.
he looks
Oh,
great.
Black Lou, you were a gorgeous young man. I mean, you're still a good-looking guy, but back then you were. I mean, wow,
Yeah, that's why he slayed ass.
really did slay ass.
Christine, Suge Knight, cop,
All white chicks too. There's no.
looking.
Blood cop.
You didn't go with any black chicks back in the day.
Oh, you don't know his background?
Oh no, not many. But that girl in the bottom that I flew
Yeah,
out
Lou.
from Georgia, it was half black.
Shut up, dude. You found him doing it in the. Damn, what a memory.
Okay, I get it. Is that why you have a disgusting face on?
Who, that girl right there?
Yeah.
She had bad breath and your fucking nose is right at her mouth.
Look how happy he is with all the white girls. He's smiling. He's with the half black mulatto girl. He's like, ugh, whatever.
I know. He's like, oh, man.
Kathy wouldn't go with me.
I know her daddy broke.
I had to take Tanya.
That's literally her name.
Is it really?
It's Tanya. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Fucking Prom. Christine, anything? Suge Knight, cop
I'm
friend?
looking. Is it
Co-owner.
Kevin Gaines?
Nope.
There he is, right over to the left.
Nope.
Isn't that him?
No. Okay.
Well, it's a hard crime to solve. You may never find the answer.
I mean, it's just part of every single documentary ever that he had this friend. I might be wrong about Orlando.
I've seen so many, and I still don't know the answer.
But you don't know who I'm looking at. You know what he looks like.
You're close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's close.
They wear red suits with Suge Knight. It's always that picture of him and Suge Knight wearing. He looks exactly like Black Lou in this picture. It's such an it's such a visual joke. It doesn't matter. We should move on.
Jacob, 100% move on.
Probably move on.
Let's move on.
Just Christine, anything on that though? Suge Knight, cop, friend.
Is this actually Suge Knight or is
You're
this
obsessing.
That's Suge Knight.
Oh,
Jay,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
not going to happen.
It's
pal.
not going to happen. Why don't we just say he looks like Suge Knight?
When we go on break and I find it in 3 seconds,
Okay.
do we hold Christine's job in the balance? Do we hold it in the balance?
We can't send out this picture anyway.
Why?
We can.
Why?
With the girl, don't we have to blur her face?
Yeah, we can blur it.
She's not sucking
Why?
his dick.
Protect her family?
Blur it if you're going to send it out. But
No
then,
problem.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
Now it
God,
looks like
damn.
we're just trying to show that Lou hung out with ugly chicks. We don't want you to see what they look like. Live in the mystery that they were beautiful.
None of them are ugly.
You didn't go to your prom, right, Jacob?
No.
Oh, God, that's sad.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's pretty
Well,
sad.
Jesus Christ.
I asked. Nobody would go.
Yeah, how many did you ask?
2 girls.
You asked 2 girls, and what did they say?
It's a low number.
No.
They just said no.
I can't. Yeah.
I can't?
One said no. Yeah, she just said no. Sorry.
See, I'm
they were
committing
nice about it, but
I'm
it
committing
was even
suicide
worse.
that night.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I would, but I'm committing suicide that night.
It's a hard thing to do to ask a girl to prom, especially if it's not your girlfriend. The trick is to have a girl you're dating,
the
and
best.
then you go.
That's the best. You have the girlfriend, and you go.
I brought a girl who was she graduated the year before. She was my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So she came, and we didn't rent a limo. I rented a fancy Mercedes, and then we pulled up, and there was limos hanging out for the other kids. They dropped them off. I just went. I gave the guy a 20, and I said, "Can you just drive us around the block?" So they drove us around the block in like one of the biggest limos, and we got out and got our pictures taken in somebody else's fucking limo.
Nice.
And then we went in and we did our. I don't remember dancing. I remember it was just we were hanging out. We danced a couple things, and we got the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, proms were never.
I brought a girl who was in her second year at Hahnemann Nursing School at Hahnemann University. She was 22 years old. I brought her. I don't remember we drove there in Joe's Toyota Corolla stick shift, and then we got out of there before the end of the night and went down to the shore. That's what I told you. It was a whole comedy of errors that whole weekend. Like the first night, we stopped at 7-Eleven before we went to the hotel, and this was going to be like my 3rd time fucking maybe.
She found him.
She found him.
That's
there
it.
he is. David Mack. I
mean-
was very wrong on the name.
It's 100%.
Doesn't look like.
It does look like him.
I don't.
No, it
No,
does.
agree
It does.
looks like him.
Jacob, no one can really see it, so you could just say it looks like him also, because it does.
Yeah,
but
and we
also,
don't-
like, it's weird to be contrary when no one can see it. You're like,
Yeah.
no. This
No,
whole thing
no,
was a
you're
stupid
wrong.
waste of time.
Yeah, we're not.
No, you're wrong.
We have no context, so nobody can know what we're talking about right
No,
now.
no.
Fair point.
Just so you know, the guy, David Mack, looks exactly like Black Lou.
It
Tupac's
does.
manager saw David Mack at the Biggie murder. That's okay. Yeah, he does. He
It
does.
does, doesn't it?
Yeah, he killed Biggie, I guess.
I
or
think it's the same suit.
it's the same exact suit
I
from
mean-
the same exact place.
You have to have balls to wear a hat
To prom?
to prom.
No, not if you're black in a not predominantly black school also. You
Really?
can really, prom's a time where you can really black it the fuck up. I mean, coming seriously, just dress like Nick Cannon, dude. Wear bedazzled turbans and shit, because they're going to be like, yo, he's going for it. And no one's going to go over to you and be like, yo, you look like an asshole. Nobody would.
But everybody's it's a tuxedo. Like everybody on prom would go to the tux place in town, and we'd all get whacked out in these stupid
Tuxedo, sure.
Right?
Matching your girl's dress.
matching, and you get the what is it called? The flower
Cummerbund.
the cummerbund, and then you get the what's the flower called?
Not a bustier, a boutonniere.
A boutonniere. and you'd put it. You'd go up at her parents. They'd open the door. You'd put it on. The mother would
corsage.
take the corsage. That's it.
And then you go.
Yep.
Well, the boutonnieres for the man, Lou. That's what the flower on the jacket's called.
You said it, honey.
Thank you, Mom.
What
Bobby,
a sweet woman. Yes, Jacob.
On my prom night, I spent it in the basement
Under the bleachers?
With my friend Luis, who is a foreign exchange student from Spain. We were the two dipshits that couldn't get dates. So I was so ashamed that I didn't even want my mom to see me.
Oh,
she was upstairs.
She thought you went to prom?
No. She knew, but I couldn't face her.
Oh,
like her boy couldn't even get a date. But the only silver lining, my friend, who was the only one of us who could get a date, came by way too early from the prom to tell us that his girl left with a dude and she banged that guy that night.
She left him at the prom?
Left him at the prom.
I think you say he came back. I think he came back covered in blood. He goes, "They carried me."
So
he goes, "They Stephen King's carried me." So don't go to school on Monday because I blew it all up with fire.
I love that you added Stephen King because we were all like,
I think because everybody said carried feels like carried, like up in the air.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the film Carrie,
where
they poured pig's blood on her from the film.
I get it.
John Carpenter, I think, made it. No. But it was Stephen King book. Carrie.
Yeah.
Sissy Spacek.
Spacek.
For sure. Sissy Spacek.
Who is it again?
Sissy Spacek.
There you go.
Sissy Spacek. Remember they show her pussy?
They showed her pussy in Carrie?
This is the most ridiculous. I think we've talked about this. Carrie's opening scene in the girls' locker room is the director's dream of what a girls' locker room is. Right. They're all like towel snapping. Oh. They're all naked. They're all
and then Carrie gets her period, and they all naked laugh at her and throw tampons
which is
at her.
Insane. But
yeah,
it does set the mood for the movie.
It does set the tone. But yeah, she shows her little ginger beaver in this one.
Now, did you have a shower in high school?
Not one time ever.
I did.
They didn't have them in my school I was in from kindergarten to 11th grade. And
I
then
had to.
Senior year and the half of 11th grade, I went to a school that did have that, but I was just like, I'll just not overexert at gym class. Like, I just, I mean, gym class at that point, I never understood why you'd have to take a shower. And for like a kid, in the middle of the day, playing 2 innings of baseball, I'm like, what do I have to really like?
Well, I'm not
going hard.
My lifeguard license. I was becoming a lifeguard at school. So I would go in early.
Take your shirt off?
No, take the course.
Peel down, fuck a teacher.
And then you'd have to go shower for school. I'd go in and shower.
Really?
Yeah.
You liked it. You liked everybody seeing your penis.
I did not. It was very embarrassing.
So you only gave him asshole?
The worst time ever, the first time I went to juvie jail, you get arrested, go to court, and then they set a court date for you. You get sent back to jail, the jail downstairs in the courthouse, and then they ship you out to these places. You go to this one place called Outtake, and then they find out where a bed's open, and then you got to go to another place, the place you're going to stay at. And
it's like juvie hall?
That's the juvie hall. So I went. They shipped me out to this place, and it was a very bad place.
Well, what kind of place? Group homes?
No, it was a jail for kids.
Oh, so it's just another facility.
Well, you have to go out to the country. You go from jail, the courthouse jail, out to the country, to where they send all the kids to this outtake, and they figure out where there's beds, and then another van comes and gets you and ships you to that juvie hall all over Massachusetts.
Okay.
And I got a very bad one. And for my first time in, and I was shackled to 2 17-year-olds. One was 17, it was 18.
Black guys?
I was 13. No, white dudes.
Black guys?
No, white dudes.
White guys?
Yeah, it was.
Shut your mouth.
It was Boston.
Oh no!
And yeah, we were racist even with our crime.
Yeah.
And
this is Whitey Bulger, Boston.
And they take you in, and they make you. You have to go in this room with this guy, get naked, do squats, and then you have to go shower. And that was the first time I had a shower.
You do squats to make sure there's no drugs up your ass.
Yeah.
He doesn't just make you work out in front of him naked like Corey Feldman.
But it's a weird
nice
thing.
Form.
You've already been searched a bunch of times. I don't know why they think I'm hiding a kilo of heroin in my asshole. I'm 13.
Well, it could have been way up there. It's got to be making its way down now. One more time, dude. Give me a couple of those bag squats.
But
let the nuts hit the floor.
I had to go into the shower with the other 2 guys, and I was they had like regular guy dicks. with pubes.
Yeah.
Oh God, man.
It was
Remember we
Nightmare.
saw your teeny peeny?
my teeny peeny, dude. It was so.
I'm there with you, Bobby.
It was humiliating. I hated it.
It's the worst.
If I had a,
I
if
mean,
I
I
had
don't know
a,
about juvie, but I mean, just to do the showers in high school was the worst.
Yeah, but their dick confidence, they just started soaping up their hogs. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
and
If
I
I
was
woke
just
up with a big,
cowering.
if I woke up with a big cock tomorrow, like a real big swinging cock,
Mm-hmm.
I'd join a gym immediately for the sole purpose of showing people in the locker room my shit.
Your stuff.
Yeah, because I've spent a life of like, I had to shower at a gym one time because it was one of the 7,000 our building in the East Village was like, guys, I hope it's not a problem, but we're turning off the hot water for a day and a half. And like, that is a problem, and so we'd have to go to like the gym. And one time I had to do it, and it was just. Lewis describes it as a fucking dream. I'm like, it's a nightmare.
I hate it. I used to go to the New York Sports Club here and have to go from working out to shows, like downtown. I would shower. Especially now, I couldn't imagine getting naked in a locker room now, having somewhat of, God forbid somebody just walks by, hey, dude, crackle. Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
No, don't tell people. Don't tell people. Don't tell people. Don't tell people. It's freezing in here.
You know what I mean? That just fucking suck. Just seeing some guy staring at your little tiny mushroom.
Oh,
You
looking
went
at it
to
too. He goes,
the-
wow, I wouldn't have pictured Big J. Okerson. Not so big, huh?
You went to the New York Sports Club that was in this building? Used to be?
I went to the one over in Times Square.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one. I used to go to that one all the time. Yeah.
Gym
I
talk.
used to go downstairs and during my lunch break.
Did you shower?
I had to because I had to come back on another few hours here.
Oh.
And yeah, I mean, showering I've said this before. The confidence with when the guys who have an enormous penis, they'll have a full on. They'll talk on their phone.
Yep.
And so that you can see their giant dick for 10 minutes.
They talk to you.
Yeah.
They'll be like, hey, what's up, man? I don't know.
It's their living room.
Look at my dick, dude. It's like rock hard right now.
It's rock hard right now.
Yeah.
Jacob, you know what sucks? We were going to have a prom where you would have had a date.
I know.
Probably even
yeah.
gotten laid that night. But unfortunately, and I have to apologize for this on a personal level, I don't know how to do live radio.
Yep.
So for that reason, we're not going to put a prom on.
I apologize,
Therefore,
too.
I can't bring to you that thing.
I'm to blame for that, too. Because if Dan was here, maybe it would have happened.
Dude, you'd be
Nah.
in Prom City right now with Dan Soder.
I'm going to say no there, too.
He doesn't. Jim would rather have one Soderback than Big J or Bobby Kelly. And we're stupid and ugly, and we're both fat.
I apologize, man. I'm so
not you.
sorry. Yeah, but we had a whole thing planned,
Damn,
dude.
Jacob, you'd be tearing up ass after a prom. You would have just felt all the emotions all over again. You'd be like, this is better, leagues better than original prom ever could have been.
We were
I
all
would
gonna
have been into it.
You would have been so
I-
into it. And then at the last moment, I would have pulled a bucket and poured blood all over your goddamn body.
We did have that. That was going to happen.
I was
Yeah.
going to full blown carry you.
But it was going to be period blood.
When you guys had mentioned it, 'cause I think I told Luz this. I'm actually starting to sweat. I have to get a prom date now. It's like high school all over again.
We had it set up, dude.
Yeah,
You were gonna be the guy.
One
It
of
was
my
gonna-
favorite American Dad jokes ever was Stan went to prom and they made it like he was going to be the prom king. They did it, but they dropped pigs on him, like live pigs. And the guy goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "It was supposed to be pig's blood." And he goes, I stopped reading the book. He goes, "You stopped in the middle of a sentence at the word pigs?" I didn't finish the book. You stopped at the word pigs?
That sucks. I'm sorry, buddy.
Damn, Jacob.
all good.
We'll have
Yeah.
some kind of a dance off air.
Maybe we'll learn. Maybe next year we'll do better radio.
No chance.
Okay.
It's ingrained in me, dude. We are who we are, dude. We are not good at radio, and that's the way it's going to stay.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. It's never going to happen.
Jim, when contract season comes up, just know we're not going to be any better at this. We're going to expect more, but we're not going to be any better. He goes, "Hey, can you guys describe?" Never mind. Oh, never mind, I guess.
Oh man.
Lou, who was your prom date?
Friend
You went as a friend.
What was his
Yeah.
name?
Ryan.
Ryan.
Melissa. Oh, Melissa.
Hey, Melissa. Hey, Melissa.
But she was a friend. You wanted to hook up, though.
Yeah, but she was not having it.
Did you go for it that night? Like, throw it out there like, hey, we really had an amazing time. I think we should do a little something.
No, I was fat and I knew that I couldn't get her, but she was a grade younger, so that's why I took her.
Oh, you thought maybe the older guy thing would work.
I had a car, the one that you had to push to start, so I had her and all.
You had Dan LaRusso's mom car?
Yes.
You had a Mrs. LaRusso car?
Her and all of her hot friends used to push me around the neighborhood. I would take them where they would want to go, but they would have to get out and push my embarrassing car.
Buddy, I would cart, and I wonder if they knew it, and it was anything malicious. Never felt malicious, but I was definitely like a dude. I would cart around like 5 of the girls from school, like that necessarily don't always like talk to me like all day long, like acquaintances, you know what I mean? But like all of a sudden, all of them, I'm giving them a ride to like here or there when I had a car, and I was like so happy to be like, in my mind, I was like, yo, I'm driving around with a car full of like the hot chicks from school. Like, this looks pretty awesome. Nothing. It was on a road to nowhere. I think they left me with like no one had enough money when we all went to eat for lunch one time, and I had like $20 allowance. I remember, and I was like, no, I got it. I don't even like. Sure, here's all my money. I wasn't gonna go buy tapes with that or anything.
That's one of my favorite. You were Ryan from Best Friends. Remember that movie?
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, Ryan. Yes, I do remember that. Amy Smart.
Dude, that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a rom-com guy.
I like cheesy shit.
Yeah, that's cheesy. All right.
That's a great.
It was
movie.
funny though.
When he's singing at the beginning, this fat.
Yeah,
I
swear.
What's his name?
I swear. Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, man.
No, it's a very funny. I actually.
And
did
she's
like that.
funny in that movie.
Amy Smart.
Oh, she's so funny in that movie.
I just met her.
Where?
She was like in a weird location of the Burt Kreischer tour.
She was at the tour?
She was backstage at the tour. It was somewhere, whatever the first date I did with Lewis was.
Oh, that's Jay.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, I'm telling you, with that song, that Pretty Brown Eyes song, it was definitely, like, in my mind, when I listened to it, like, there was something in my mind that was, like believed almost. I'm like, well, this is our jam. This is me and her's thing. And she had no emotional attachment to it whatsoever. But I genuinely was like, I knew she didn't, but I was like, but it means something to me.
Right.
And I'm gonna listen to that song right now and think about her. Jay, what are you doing? Thinking.
Oh, I feel bad.
Why? Because you were just getting gangbanged at 11? Reverse GB'd?
I remember I used to go to the 7th and 8th grade dances when I was too young to get. I used to sneak in, and there was a girl, Carol Coughlin, blonde, smoking. I loved her. I used to beat her with a caveman plastic bat.
Okay.
When she used to come down my street because I just liked her so much, and she would come down, I would hit her. I don't know why. I just get nervous.
That's why I hit Christine. I tell her it's because I love her so much.
And I remember we were at the dance. She was with her friends, and I had a pack of cigarettes. And she goes, "Hey, can I get a cigarette?" And there was a song on, and I went like this. I took a cigarette out, and I did this. Oh. And I handed it to her.
Oh my God!
And describe it, Jay. Use your.
He's doing.
I took.
He's almost doing like the worm arm thing, but he's just doing it like one arm. He just gives her three waves and then presents a cigarette.
I took it out and I went like this.
When she took it, you should have dropped down, did a split, came back up in the split, and spun around and snapped both your fingers and walked away.
She took it with a disgusted face and went, "Thanks."
Yeah.
And then
thanks,
walked
Saturday
away.
Night Fever.
And then when B-52s came on at the end of the prom with the Rock Lobster,
yeah,
and I went over to her and I was going down, 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 and I got on the floor and then dum 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 dum, and then I started flipping out on the floor and doing the thing. Yeah, and I remember them just laughing at me, but I in hindsight I think they were laughing at me and not with me. I thought it was.
Well, were you trying to be funny or were you like, I'm killing it right now?
I was killing it.
Oh yeah, they were laughing at. Then Bobby, yeah, they were laughing at.
Killing it, and I brought that in when I got sober. I used to go to AA dances. So every Friday and Saturday night, we would go to a church basement, and they have AA dances, and it's all sober kids, 18, 19, 20, and older people, and you dance. And this was my fucking jam. This is my jam. And I did a flip one night. There was a hot chick looking at me across the way with a cup of coffee because they didn't have fucking drinks.
Jesus Christ.
Just
14-year-old drinking coffee.
So I did a flip, and my legs went numb.
You mean like a tumble sauce?
Yeah, I did a tumble sauce, and I hit my back the wrong way, and I felt my legs go numb, and I thought I paralyzed myself.
Oh, it's hilarious.
And I just had to lie on the ground, and she was like, come here, and I was like, I can't. I had to crawl over to a seat and just sit down.
Christine, can you take a picture of? Can you get me, Bobby, and Jacob in the picture? It looks like we're telling Jacob bedtime stories. When we were younger, he goes, "It's okay, Jacob, get some sleep, and you'll go to prom one day, like me and Bobby."
Why are you so cold?
I told you the blower's over me.
It's just, it couldn't be that cold. But, did you get it? Mm-hmm. Jacob's bedtime stories?
It can't be that cold.
It can't be that cold.
What's it to? I mean, what's?
I know you're right.
What's
you're
it
right.
to you?
What's it to you? You know why?
Is it? Yeah.
Because
you do look distractingly ridiculous, but it doesn't mean anything. You can definitely do it.
Get to a certain age, it's the beauty. You don't care.
No, you care. Listen to that prom story, dude. You care.
We should get you a show hat.
It does hurt. The prom still hurts.
Brings it all back up again. Everything's flooding back to me.
Nobody had, except for Lou, had a good prom story. None of us had a perfect prom. My prom sucked.
What do you mean? Christine was doing fucking coke and running with white supremacist gangs?
I was sober because I got sober my senior year.
Oh.
And I was supposed to go to my prom. There was this guy. I was like dating my boyfriend, but then there was a guy that went to the school that didn't have a date, and I was going to go with him. And I ended up like blowing it off. Like I decided I didn't want to go. And the guy's like, Dad called me and asked me.
And didn't want to go?
No, it was nothing like the guy's like, Dad called me and like, it was a weird thing.
He was ready to go, and you.
It wasn't like night of, but it was pretty close. I just decided.
His dad
not
called you
to
and
go.
said what? I'm not letting my son go with you.
He was like, "So are you sure you don't want to go to the?"
That means he had to talk with his parents, and they were like, "Let me."
I still feel bad about it.
Let me take care of it. I'll give her a call, and you were still like, "Yeah, not happening, old man."
And I was hot too because I had just done drugs, so I was thin.
Wait, you bailed on him?
125.
You bailed on him.
She bailed on him a couple days before, and the father made the phone call for the kid because he was probably crying.
Yeah, he was my neighbor too. It was like house phones we were talking on.
That sucks.
I should have gone. I should have just gone. I was just I just gotten sober. It was kind of weird to like go back to school. I just didn't want to go. I didn't want to deal with it.
Right. So you didn't go to the prom at all?
Mm-mm.
You didn't go to the prom?
No, but I went to dances. Like I went to my middle school dances, my neighborhood dances, my homecoming dances.
Your father-daughter dance where you dress like assholes?
Oh yeah, my father-daughter dance with my dad.
That picture is adorable.
I was just on drugs for junior and senior year.
You've never seen Christine and her fucking Annie, her little chubby Annie Oakley and her little guns and her fringes? So fun.
Were you chubby as a little girl?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dawn was a fatty too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 200 pounds at 11.
Dawn was she was a cheerleader, but she was the bottom of the pyramid.
Yeah.
You saw her fucking on the bottom holding up 7 girls.
But if they get together, that's how you get a hot chick with personality.
You're goddamn right.
That's how you get a hot chick with personality. She's able to fucking thrust other women's body weight over her head comfortably while chanting.
I tried to be a cheerleader and on drill team. I got on the flag team is where I was at.
What's the flag team?
Color guard, marching bands.
Fat cheerleaders.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, some of them are really cool in the parades. They're not all fat, but whatever.
No, they're
in
not
my
cool.
school, they
nope,
were the
they're
fat
not cool.
ones.
They're not. The
color
guard was
cool.
never cool.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Color guard?
Wrong, yeah. Look at Christine. She looks like Rhonda.
Oh wait.
Look at little Christine.
Wasn't that guy in Kill Bill?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's my dad. He choke jerked to death.
He was. What the fuck? Your dad.
Also, you can tell from this picture that Christine's parents had her when they were already 71 years old.
38.
Wow. Your dad is
real deal.
He's a cowboy.
Yeah, my dad's a dude.
Wait, how
he's a
old
dude. Is that hay next to you? Where'd you get? Where the fuck did you get hay?
It was the Girl
Same place
Scouts
you got that
father-daughter
hat.
dance, so it was a themed dance. There's one of me in a flapper outfit.
Was that
too.
your lunch? I'm sorry. Christine, I'm sorry.
He goes, if you keep it too far away from her, she'll freak out and won't take the picture.
You wanted to calm down. Put that hay next to her.
And look at her face. She's like, yeah, I want to get to this hay. I want the hay so bad.
She just shit on the floor.
I want to get to that hay.
Oh, you look adorable. It is a thing, though. Fat girls like vests.
Damn, Jacob, you dream about having sex with that, you pedophile piece of shit.
Where's the sexy? Do you have a sexy, Christine? Can I see sexy, Christine? I mean, I'm looking at her now, of course, but
Oh, thanks, Bobby.
you're welcome.
I don't know if
I'll say it if Jay
Let
doesn't.
me see what my...
No, it's crazy, Bobby. There was like no cameras around at that time, apparently. She tells me about those times all the time, but like there was like no cameras for some reason.
Well, they were... You had to
I think it was
develop
when
them.
everything was between like disposable cameras and digital cameras.
There was a couple years of technology blip when
Yeah.
they were like, "What are we doing?"
Not her
and
fault.
nobody had cameras.
That could happen
It
to
was a
anybody.
very short amount of time. I went to like 196 really quick.
because of drugs.
Yeah, because I was thin. I was super thin, and so there was like a couple months where I was on my way back up.
Yeah.
But I mean, very quickly I was fat again.
Right.
And that's when she rolled down the hill into my life.
Jay's like, "What's that noise?"
My glass started shaking. I'm like,
You see trees, the top of trees shaking.
someone goes, "She's coming!"
Fucking Toyota gets smashed off the highway. That's how many fats have you
Christine
had?
was sexy when I met Christine.
How many fats have you had, Christine?
Well, I grew up fat, and then I lost weight, and
Yeah.
then I gained it back, and then right around the time actually me and Jay started dating, I had gotten back up to almost 200 pounds, and I kind of got myself back down. But I live at like 175.
So you had a couple.
I've never like actually lost the weight again.
Right.
I've just not been 200
You look
pounds.
good now. You look good.
Thanks.
Yeah, you look great. What? Jay.
What?
Jay.
What?
Say something.
Oh, what was the conversation? You said you look good. Christine
Yeah.
said,
Thanks.
"Yeah, that seems like a cut and dry conversation."
No, jump in.
Oh, hey, Christine, say thank you to Bobby better.
Thank you.
Bobby really went out of his way to say a
Thank
beautiful
you.
compliment to you.
Thank you, Jay. I mean, it was kind of rude.
Hey, Christine, thank him harder for what he said to you.
Yeah, I don't like the Dawn's old photos stinker. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
if you had to pick your wife or your girlfriend from photos when they were a kid, I would never have picked Dawn. No.
I'd pick Christine, but she would just be, she'd be on cocaine heavily at that point. Yo, Christine. No, I met Christine when we first started dating. Still, but I'm saying like when we first started dating, I didn't think I was like with like an all right looking chick. Like
When I first met
very attracted
Christine,
to
I was like,
Christine,
I
yeah.
thought she was really pretty.
I'm used
Carla
to her
was
now.
pretty too.
I'm used to her now.
Me and you like this. Me and you like the same type of girl, the brunette.
Yeah.
Yeah, that brunette, nice eyes.
Yeah.
You know, if she's pretty, but not so pretty that your friends are going to try to fuck her.
Yeah. And then you settle for that. And you go, you know what? Could be worse.
Yeah.
And I was actually 10 pounds heavier than I am now when I first started dating Jay.
Ew. What was I doing? Ew. What?
Haven't done coke in almost a decade, but I guess I'll go fuck myself.
Have you seen girls? Have you seen? Have you seen girls that you used to date that were smoking hot, and then you look at them now, and you're like, oh, I dodged a fucking bullet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I've seen a couple of them on Facebook.
Well, I go through most of like the hot girls from high school and the thing, like, I have to keep in mind, I was also the youngest person in my class by a year. So they're all even like a year older than me. So
You were a
it's like-
genius?
No. I have December birthday.
I was joking.
Yeah. No, you thought it was. He goes, Bobby, anyway, that was when I went to Space High School, Indian High School, just to learn about space. No.
Jay Okerson, genius.
Thank you, no.
That's true. I forgot about that.
But when we, I forgot the point I was making. Took 11 turns in there.
Girls that used to be good looking.
Yeah,
and then,
seeing them now, like, they're 46 years old, almost 47 years old, some of them. So when you see them, you're like, oh, wow. Because there's also I didn't watch them slowly age and see if they hit a wall 5 years ago or 10 years ago. It's just you look and you're like, oh, wow, it's been 25 years. And you're like, whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
Whoa is right.
Full gray, some of them, like completely, like accepting, some of them just like married moms and just like accept. Not that they don't look good or anything, but it's just like, you're like, oh, this was like a hot girl when I was 16.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, wow, now it's like a lady.
Yeah.
Who's got like a 16-year-old kid.
Yep.
Which is bizarre. I reach out to the kids.
Who I thought I was going to like be with and be married. And I'm like, thank God that didn't happen. I would not be happy now.
My ex-girl.
I would not be happy. There's one of them that I was in love with. She broke my heart. She fucked. Ugh. She cheated on her fiance with me,
Nice.
and then that was a girl I brought to the prom. And then she cheated on me with him later.
Yeah.
Like 2 years later.
That's high school, all right.
And she cheated on me with him. And I caught them in the car. And I let it slide because I just didn't want to lose her. And then she went to college, which if your girl's going to college, she's going to fuck somebody.
She's about to be a cock wallet, dude.
Yeah, she joined a sorority, and she started going to the hockey games. The sorority girls had to go and support the hockey team.
Oh boy!
And she made me. I was going to art school at the time. And
Where'd she go to school? YOLO University.
What's up? she made me make. I was doing airbrush at the time. Because you know me, I get obsessed. And airbrushing just came out, so I bought like the most expensive airbrush machine out there.
Bobby's airbrushing fucking Tweety Bird t-shirts for fat women in Boston.
So I airbrushed their logo on
Nice.
On hoodies,
Yeah.
the sororities logo, and the hockey team's little logo for all.
With some, of course, white shine asterisks.
Buddy, if I could get one of these sweatshirts, I stayed up all night because I had to do it, and I had to do like 12 of them. And it just got progressively worse as I got tired. And I remember I gave her all the sweatshirts.
I'm like, thanks.
And they wore them to the game. She's like, thanks. And then I found out she was fucking one of the hockey players.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
You
So
gave
went
a
through all
shirt
that-
to.
Huh?
You gave a shirt to that guy.
I gave a shirt. No, she
No, it was
wore
for
it
the
to
girls.
support him.
Oh.
And
My boyfriend made me this to come watch and fuck you.
I'm pretty sure she got fucked in that. You know what I mean?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
She at least made him breakfast the next morning in it.
You know, he probably was like, this shirt sucks. Your boyfriend's a shitty artist.
I'm just going to come on this if you don't mind. If you don't mind, this is where I'm going to wipe all of my cum off of my dick and off of your back and tits and face. Touch me once and you know it's
It was so sad.
Dude, I would get involved in all, if girls just wanted me to do something at all, like the turn's a term now. It's like a simp. I would like do the thing. I remember I draw. I used to love drawing all the time, so I would draw. For some reason, I would just get on these kicks of something. I'd figure it out and do it on my binder, and then I would just draw it a lot. And the one was if I had a ruler, I would make this picture of like a brick wall exploding, like some bricks coming out of it, and like your name behind it.
Right.
Colored pencils, the whole thing. And dude, it's any girl that was like, yo, that's awesome. Like, want me to make you one? And they'd be like, yeah. And I give it to them like, hey, I worked on this for 7 hours last night. And they're like, great. It'll be crumpled up in my binder by the third period. And you're like,
Yeah. Remember note passing?
Oh, dude, I also did it for like black girls too who had some names on them. So it wasn't you writing like Kim on this paper. It would be like LaShanta, Damana.
There's 3 T's in LaShanta. You fucked it up.
Yeah.
Do you remember note passing in school?
Yeah.
Man, that was fun. Writing a note, passing it down.
I got rejections though on notes a lot.
Really?
Yeah, that was very. I do my asking out on notes, or we should hang out on
Yes or
notes
no?
always. I didn't do the yes or no thing ever, but like I'd get the response and it would start. It was like getting rejections from college. It'd be like, unfortunately, at this time, and you're like, oh, you already knew it was bad.
You got fucked. You got. Oh, that's funny.
But I mean, I had such a queefy thing. I went to my dad's house one summer, and the girl next door looked like fucking Kathy Ireland to me. She was so hot, and maybe a year older than me or something. And when I went back to my mom's house, we'd correspond through letters. Like she'd actually send letters, and she said, and it would be like, glitter inside and like some stickers that she put in and her bubble letter writing and stuff. And I mean, I'd read those letters where I was like, my girl's writing me from. It was like nothing. Do you know what I mean? She's like, things are great here. Got a new car. That's fun. Senior year's pretty cool. And I'm just like, I love that she can share anything with me. I love that she was comfortable enough to share everything with me. Dude, a note?
A note.
I
Was the best.
probably at some point had some sort of a box or a side of a drawer that was Janessa letters that were all platonic, but like to me it was like probably reread it at some point. It goes, she did say here that I was awesome. What is that? It's got to mean something, right?
I used to have this girl, Denise Cantino, used to write me letters when I was in juvie.
Mm-hmm.
I found them recently. I mean, she wrote me, like, I probably have like 100 letters and cards from this girl. And I wanted nothing to do with her. I just wanted the letters because it just made you feel good. And she used to put hearts on the eyes. I used to have a little heart over the eye for the dot.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. I just found him. I have all the letters. She went to one of my shows like last year, and her friend was shit-faced. She kept going, you know her. You know her. And I was like, hey, shut the fuck up. And I was like, Denise, what the fuck? She's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, the whole show. She wound up getting kicked out, and her friend was drunk in the hallway of the theater crying.
Oh.
And then I got an apology letter on Facebook from her mom.
Dude, fuck those bitches. You know what they're worth? A crappy 1 carat lab grown diamond would be my best guess.
Whoa.
Oh boy, Steven Singer could have helped you out, Bobby, because right now, Steven Singer Jewelers, that's the I Hate Steven Singer guy, is giving other jewelers in America another reason to hate him. Because for a limited time, Steven is giving away a free 1 carat lab grown diamond.
What?
That's right, free. You can use it for when something's free. I mean, chuck it at somebody. Make a revenge tool out of it.
Yeah, keep it in your glove box, and someone fucks you in traffic, throw it at their windshield.
Don't even throw it at their windshield. Make it into a ring and just diamond. You think lab-grown diamonds cut glass? You take that ring and do the little, like, you cut the circle out.
They don't.
Like you're breaking into a building.
They don't.
That's not what cartoons say, Bobby. Oh, you think you know more than cartoons? This guy. You're going to get that free lab-grown diamond with any purchase of a real natural earth-born diamond engagement ring online or in Steven's showroom. Everybody knows that the production and supply ramp up on man-made diamonds. The value is going to go down, and there's still jewelers that are going to sell this to you for like $1,000. Sell this and then send it for $1,000 to $6,000. It's a crime. And Steven would never sell something he believes has no value, no sentiment, no sign of your love. So he's giving those lab-grown diamonds away for free. The listeners of the Bonfire are too smart to fall for paying for something you can get for free.
Some of them.
From our friend Steven Singer. Most of them are that smart. The dumb ones don't even know what we're talking about right now. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com for those details. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. We should take a break. I think our guest is here.
I didn't get a note yet.
No?
No.
Wow.
Hold
I could do a
hold
snack.
Wow.
I like a snack.
Wow.
I'm feeling peckish.
You feeling a little peckish?
I feel a little peckish.
I had a factor meal today, so I'm feeling pretty good.
You did?
Yeah, most under 550 calories.
Thank God.
Now featuring, today I had a beef stroganoff style burger with green beans. That's all.
It sounds
Yeah,
fantastic.
It's pretty impressive. I mean, it sounds like the kind of something we get asked to prom. That's how I feel. Eating that way.
Beef stroganoff?
Oh, if I was eating factor meals when I was a kid, I would have been able to take a picture with my own girlfriend at a dance instead of somebody else's, Deanna Brady. God, maybe if I'm lucky, she's ugly now, too. I got to look into her. It's the Bonfire. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. That was just a portion of our actual Sirius XM radio show.
If you want the whole thing, go to SiriusXM.com/bonfire for a special offer.
That's right. And go to BigJComedy.com and RobertKellyLive.com to check out our stand-up dates coming to a city near you. Crackle, crackle.